Easily build a data portfolio from scratch with this tutorial. After this video, you will have a free, fully built portfolio that you can share anywhere. First, let's head over to Maven Analytics and sign up. Now, once you're here, you're going to go ahead and sign up and go through the whole process. I've already signed up, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Now that we're logged in, let's go ahead and go over to My Portfolio over here on the left-hand side. And to start, we're going to go ahead and fill in our profile picture, our occupation, and little things like that. We're going to go ahead and click this button and go put a photo in. You could probably do a little bit more professional one than this. Put your first name, your last name. It's going to pre-fill a profile URL. This is important because this is the URL that you're going to use to put on your resume or on your LinkedIn profile. Go ahead and put in your email address, which it should auto-populate once you sign up. Down here under occupation, I know a lot of people put aspiring data analyst, but if you're a data analyst, you just put data analyst, as simple as that. This is because if you're already learning the tools and going through courses, you're doing projects and you're already a data analyst. So go ahead and just call yourself a data analyst. You can put in company if you currently have a job, but if you don't, leave it blank. If you do, put whatever you have. So I'm going to do where I currently am. And for biography, I made it a little bit more simple, and I'm going to copy and paste over my biography, which I use ChatGPT to help create. You can create your own, take this as an example, do whatever you'd like, but ChatGPT can really help you out here if you have writer's block. So go ahead and use ChatGPT and write, give me a good biography for a data analyst portfolio. And it'll shoot you out something. Make sure it's within the character limit and refine it to where it fits exactly who you are and it doesn't come off as AI written. After that, we're going to go ahead and save. Once we're done with that, we can go to the next option or the next section, which would be banner. So you can choose one of the options down here below and keep it simple, but I like to stand out just a little bit more. So we can go ahead and use a site called Canva. So once you're on Canva, we can go ahead and maybe click LinkedIn banner. What I like to look for is something simple. And I'm not going to use any of the premium ones, so you can do this completely for free. So anything without a little pro icon would be free for you to use. I like minimalistic things. I think this one looks good, so let's go ahead and customize this. For me, I'm going to go ahead and delete this part. I'm just going to fill in my name. Instead of graphic designer, data analyst. I think that looks good. So we can just go ahead and save this. So size, I believe 2000 by 376. We'll get as close as we can and see what happens. All right, we'll come back here, go to our downloads. Let's see how it looks. All right, that looks perfect. After that, we could go back here into our profile. Okay, after banner, you could go ahead and go to social. Here's where you can add in your social media, so like your LinkedIn, your GitHub, or even a YouTube channel if you have one. We'll save that as we go, just in case. Next section will be work experience. Go ahead and add in your previous 2 or 3 companies you've worked at. Even if they're not data related, you still want a fully fleshed out portfolio. So here, I'll put where I currently am. I started in January. I'm going to add a couple more just so we can see what the portfolio looks like when we're done. So this one, we'll just do July, to December. And let's do one more. Also a data analyst at mastermind.com. This was my first data job, which was May. We'll just do the first. I never know exactly what day I started or ended. And this one will be July-ish of that year. Okay, next section will be education. I didn't go to college. Well, I never finished college to get a degree, so I'm going to go ahead and skip this section. But if you did go to college and you have a degree, go ahead and add that here. The next section is links. So what are additional links that you could add here? I like to put my Tableau public. So just in case someone wants to go visit my Tableau public and not interested in what I have in my portfolio, this is just a separate place they can go look at it. Okay, I think that's it for this section. So we'll go ahead and go back to my portfolio and see how it looks so far. Pretty blank, but we have our work experience. Education would be down here. Got our biography, profile picture, and a banner. So we're getting there. Next, we're going to go ahead and add our projects. So hopefully you have a couple projects before you want to start a portfolio, but if you don't, go ahead and create a couple, come back here, and we'll start adding them in. So all you have to do is click Add New Project, and project title. This one I did was Aliens of America. And this is a Tableau project that I did, and I don't have an image for it. So instead of doing a screenshot, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get a picture of your dashboard if you don't have one already. So if we go to Tableau, public, let me sign in real quick. Go to my profile, my visuals. So if I click on Aliens of America, that's a project I want to put in my portfolio. Let it load. So we can easily hit download. And I want to download an image. So that's all there is to it. We'll go back to our portfolio. We can go ahead and click in here, go to our Aliens dashboard, and it's uploaded. Easy as that. Next, we're going to do a project excerpt. So this is, it gives you a little description here, but it's a little blurb, a high-level view of what your project is about. So just like the other part of the portfolio, I went ahead and wrote this out so we're not sitting here while I type things. You can go ahead and pause if you want to read that over, but yet again, I use ChatGPT to help me out here. So next is project description. Here you could get a little bit fancy. There is no limit to the characters, so you can add images while you're doing this description, or something simple like I'm going to put in right now. I've seen a lot of people go ahead and do a whole newspaper-like article on their project where it goes step by step of the analysis they've learned from their project. And it's really good, but it takes a lot of time. Now that we're done with the project description, we could go to another section in here, which is called Tools and Data. And you're going to go ahead and select what tools you use to create that dashboard. So for me, this was a Tableau dashboard. I used Microsoft Excel to clean the data a little bit. Technically, I created the data. Now, the next section is additional images. So let's say you have a dashboard that has multiple pages. This is where you're going to want to put them. But since I just used a nice, simple one-pager, we don't need to do that. Our next section is embedded media. So this is where if you created a video of you explaining what you did in the dashboard, or how you went about creating that dashboard, or the insights that you've gained from creating that dashboard, this is where you're going to want to put it. Now that's going above and beyond. Not many people will do it, but that's a fantastic way to stand out. Now the next section is Maven Challenge. If this was a part of their monthly Maven Analytics Dashboard Challenge, you'll go ahead and select which one it was. And lastly, the next one is Preferences. So this is where if you want to turn off commenting or likes, you can go ahead and do that here. But we'll go ahead and leave these for now because it doesn't really matter. So once you're done here, we'll go ahead and save our changes. And let's just double check what that looks like. Well, it's in draft, so let's go back and publish it. We could view project. So this is exactly what it would look like if someone were to click on a project on your portfolio. So let's go back to our portfolio, see if there's anything else we need to do. And up here it says to publish 3 projects. So I recommend finishing out this and doing a total of 3 projects so it looks like it's filled out a little bit. But that's really all you have to do to create a portfolio. I wanted this to be as simple as possible so you can spend less time doing this and more time applying. So go ahead and put in your 3 projects, get this done so you can get out there and focus on applying and reaching out to the right people. Now that you're done creating your portfolio, let's go ahead and grab that link and I'm going to show you where you can place it on your LinkedIn profile. So to get that link, here's a good place to go look is if you go up here and hit view portfolio, this is how other people will see it. You can just take this URL. And obviously they're not going to see this section because you're logged in, but let's take this URL and go to LinkedIn. Once you're here, you're going to go to your profile and click this little pencil icon. This is where you put in your basic information, but if you scroll down, you can add a website. Right now I have it to my YouTube, but all you would do is paste in your link and put in the link text and say something as simple as portfolio. Go ahead and capitalize that. So now if anyone comes to your profile, they can see your portfolio right away. And just as a side note, I want to let you know that you can put in your Excel projects, your Python scripts, your Power BI dashboards, your Tableau dashboards, you name it, in this portfolio. Now to do so, you do the same exact steps we did, take your screenshots and put a description, but I'm going to show you what it looks like from other people. For instance, here's a Python project. Now he does a newsletter style, which means you just read it like a story. So you can go ahead and screenshot your results for each line of code that you need to do. As you're analyzing that data, go ahead and make screenshots. This is a fantastic way to put Python, where it's usually just a bunch of code, into a portfolio project where you're really explaining it. Now, I hope you found this useful. I can't wait to show you how to build an end-to-end project that you can put in this portfolio. But until next time, go ahead and like and subscribe. Share this on LinkedIn. I really appreciate it. See ya.